Hey there guys, so today we're looking at Forza Horizon 5 running on the 1135G7. Now, some things I need to point out is the game is currently set to the lowest possible graphics settings, not even the lowest preset that it defaulted to, because of the fact that it didn't actually set everything to the lowest possible settings that they can go, so I just did that. I also have resolution scaling on and set to performance, so the game is going to very aggressively adjust the resolution to try to get good performance. Another thing is that the game does not actually allow an overlay like MSI Afterburner run, so I can only show the in-game performance capture, and that really only shows the FPS and GPU usage, which is unfortunate because we need those 1% lows and the frame times to really show you what the performance is like. I can only really tell you what it feels like. Now, besides that, before we actually get into the performance itself, I gotta say that the game was not the greatest experience to get running. When I tried to launch it, it took a good 2 minutes for anything to even happen, and then it gave me a warning essentially saying that the card I'm trying to run this on is not properly supported, and it asked me if I wanted to continue or to just abort. Now, if I hit continue, the game would launch, and it was for the most part usable, but everything was extremely slow. So when you actually try to start the game, it goes through this optimizing for your PC screen, and that ended up actually taking a full 15 minutes to happen. It was just sitting there. I pretty much had to just get up and do literally anything else because it was just taking so long. So jumping into the actual game, at the very beginning of every Forza game, you pretty much get this very cinematic intro, and it can be pretty crazy and intense and all that, and it kind of is a good demonstration of how demanding the game can be in certain sections, because it's just the most intense possible stuff that could happen in the game. And really, the performance here was kind of inconsistent. Sometimes it would have really good performance, you know, going up into the 70s, and it would feel very, very smooth. But then you would have sections where it would drop into the 30s and 40s, and that's really where you could feel that the frame times are not doing great. There's a lot of fluctuation, because when you see the frame times on the screen, that's a visual representation of what the performance is going to feel like. Frame times are very, very important to having a consistent gaming experience. And you can very much feel that the frame times in this would be kind of all over the place, but there would be a lot of sections also where it would just be very, very smooth. I think that if you are just going to be doing a lot of the more basic races and stuff like that, you're going to have a decent experience. It's going to be fully playable. You're not going to run into any issues or anything like that. But it's the sections where there's a lot going on. There's a lot of effects and a lot of, just intensity going on around you with a lot of vehicles. That's where the performance is going to be struggling a lot here and there, But overall, what I would describe the experience is decent. It feels more like you're playing a mobile game, because you are sacrificing a lot of the visual quality of these games. A lot of visual quality is sacrificed to be able to perform at this level. You're not really going to be having the greatest experience in the game, but I mean, it's playable. And maybe if you just set the resolution to 720p with dynamic resolution scaling, you'd be able to get bit better performance. But the thing is, you're already sacrificing a lot of visual quality right now, that I feel like lowering the resolution down to 720p might be very detrimental. If you're on a screen like this, a 14-inch screen, maybe if you're on a device that, is just using a 7-inch screen, this would be acceptable. But on a laptop, this is just it's too much of a sacrifice. If you really gotta play this game, it'll do it. But I feel like for games like this, getting a more consistent 60 frames per second would be the most ideal situation.
got to go through it! Woo! For the eye of the storm! Okay, on my mark. 5, 4. 4 now, that's fine. This could get a little rough. Touchdown! Not even a scratch. The jungle awaits. Flamingos! I'll swing back round and guide you through the bridge.
Feels so good.
¡Qué maravilla! You're not gonna believe your eyes when you see this. Keep going. This is the final drop. The whole festival is waiting. Go, go, go! What do you say? Rest of the festival wins? Vámonos!
Horizon, this is Mexico. We've already had cars falling out of the sky, but all eyes are on the superstar making their way to the festival right now. If you've just arrived at Horizon Mexico, then you are in for a treat, my friends. Get ready for the biggest Horizon adventure of your life. You hear that? Well, that is the last inbound cargo flight racing neck and neck with an AMG-1. Mexican Fiesta party, people, and we are just getting...